Me in the middle of a pod would be like, guys, I have an idea.
Wait, what was his idea? What?
You guys should get people to send in advice
Oh yeah.
videos. And I was just like, Meathead, we're in the middle of
He doesn't have a mic or anything.
No.
We're just what? Yeah. Okay. Wait, what is it?
What was it, Meathead?
All right. Whoa, guys, what Meathead just. What's up, brothers? Welcome back to another episode of the Flycast.
We are back and
100
better.
and we don't. You know what's good about
68?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We've
never known. We've never known.
Never.
I think after episode 5, we've been saying, what episode is it?
No, but welcome back to the Flycast, man. We're fresh out of Italy.
Fresh out
Tan
of
and
Europe.
all.
You're a little red.
Yeah, that's sort of how mine goes.
Yeah.
It just goes, I go red, then just white. There's not really.
That's how Alexis was too. I was looking
I
out
don't
the
really get
we
tan.
went to the beach and I would look over and I'm like, she's so white, but that's mine. She's
That's your
walking.
whitey.
She's walking down the beach looking like a ghost, but
Bro,
that's
I
my
got
ghost.
Toasted one of the days. It was like, well, let's start from the beginning. Let's describe a lot's going on right now. There's a few things that we can.
I think what we should talk about
There's
is
a few things that we can get into.
the last episode. We filmed an episode brand new, first ever Flycast in the brand new / old hex quarters.
Which I will say, I like that setup.
Yeah, the setup
There's
was
the shitty white
it
table.
was so shit.
If you're a real one, you know that shitty white table.
Shitty
we used to
white
use and we
table.
just sit across.
It was the
from
old
each other.
Flycast table. And yeah, we were talking about a bunch of stuff that was coming out as we were talking about. All the docs shit was coming out as we were talking. And the more we sat on it, the more we were like, we didn't know all the information, and it felt sticky. So we were like, let's just go to Italy, reset, come back. I'm sure nothing crazy will happen while we're in Italy.
Probably boring.
Yeah. No other news throughout the streaming sphere is going to happen.
But yeah, that's why we don't miss episodes. But the more we sat on it, then I don't think anyone's really talking about it anymore. Well,
No.
since this other,
Yeah.
since some
yeah,
other stuff is,
It's been a crazy 2 weeks.
yeah.
It really has been.
But yeah, that was a good podcast, and then we just had to can it because in the first 20 minutes we were even talking about like, oh, we could just like delete that section, and then it'd be.
But we talked about it for like 45 minutes.
But we talked about it for a while, and then while we were talking about the doc situation, more stuff came out. And then even after the podcast, more stuff came out.
The stuff that came
and
out
it was just
after
like, bro, we
was
can't
like
put that out without addressing that as well.
People were seeing us. People would have seen us in real time, like really like
Yeah, it was stressful.
It was very
because
stressful.
people know that was my favorite streamer,
and he was a good. I mean,
and bro, during you would have saw we had some like raw emotions.
It was very raw emotion.
It was
very
like I was
raw emotion.
just starting the podcast. I was like nervous, and I didn't
thinking about like
I didn't know where to. I mean, I knew where to go with it, but I didn't know like it wasn't where it was at now.
Yeah,
with everything he said and everything everyone else has come out with.
Thinking about like how I was as a person, like how I was perceiving things and processing it during that or right before that episode started compared to how I am now is totally different.
Yeah.
So I'm very glad we decided not to upload that.
If you have a head on your shoulders, I think you know where we stand, and it's just we'll leave it at that.
We're saying where everyone's standing. It's sad. I'm sad, but I'm sad still because I was sad during the episode.
I'm distraught.
But it is what it is. But I will say, I put this on my Instagram story. That episode that got canned, in the middle of the episode, you say verbatim, by the way, fuck Drake. And I went, what?
What the fuck?
Why did you say? And then you say he got fucking destroyed. And that was after Kendrick's pop-up show. Since then, the video has come out.
Yeah, I mean, let's just get straight to it. There's not really. I tried, man. I truly tried to have Drake's back.
You tried, and the thing is,
now, I still it ain't like what I think. What Drake put out, it ain't like I think that's trash.
Oh,
like, I still
the pop
think his
shit?
shit's fire. Like his raps.
His battle shit. Yeah.
His songs that he came out with, I still think is fire. I mean, to be honest, I don't listen to any of it.
Not like us is kind of thrown in everybody's face.
Yeah. But either way, it's Kendrick. God damn, bro. Like I was like, I get it. Kendrick won. Like he has the entire culture saying like fuck Drake, and like you can't really, besides like some random Twitter accounts that just stand Drake, but Kendrick just had the entire culture just.
He won everybody
on his side. It was obvious, and I was like, damn, Drake lost. Then Kendrick has his pop-out show, which I didn't even know was coming out. I didn't know anything about it. I just like tuned into the stream a little bit, and you just see everyone there. I don't know if LeBron was there.
LeBron was there.
I've seen LeBron dance.
He wasn't on the stage, but he was there.
I've seen LeBron dancing to this shit. I think his like maybe even his family, but everyone was there. Motherfuckers were on stage doing some West Coast blood walk shit. Whatever. United Crips and Bloods. Bloods and Crips on the stage. It was just an amazing show. I'd be lying if I said I watched a lot of it because it just hurt. It just hurt to see. But from what I gathered and from what I saw, it was just after that. I think after that is when I said, because he came out with a music video recently.
Yeah,
after that is when I was
after
like,
that, you're like, dude, he lost.
I mean, it was already official, but it was like, God damn, he got Kendrick, another perfect.
The coffin.
Like, how many perfects? Yeah. How many perfects is Kendrick? If this was Halo, Kendrick perfected him like six
Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro, all perfect on him. Fucking just nonstop, and then
the nail.
And then I thought it was done. I didn't think they'd do a music video. I heard they were doing a music video, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Who cares at this point? Like, it's already over." Then he drops the music video.
Dude, what Drake did with Meek Mill, Kendrick did ×4.
Yeah.
Not only did he go back to back, he went back to back to back to back
to back.
It was just like, oh yeah. Put out Meet the Grams. Also, here's Not Like Us. Also, it goes #1. Also, here's a pop-out show bringing out Dr. Dre. He's gonna introduce it. Here's the music video. In the music video, I'm caging up an owl, and Dave Free is in the video, and he produced it, and Whitney is crip walking or whatever, fucking doing shuffling in the living room with his kids
in a wife beater.
Dude, it's dude, that one was just
insane.
When I saw that, I was like, dude,
like the fact that Dave East was in it, fucking his wife and kid were in it,
dude.
Or what did I say, Dave East?
Yeah, I've done the same thing.
In the beginning, I thought it was Dave East.
Yeah.
But then I found, Dave Free's in it. His fucking wife's in it in a wife beater.
And a wife beater.
And I wonder, is that on purpose? It has.
Yes, it's on purpose.
Because there's so much.
His wife in a wife beater? Yes, it's on purpose.
That's insane. That might be the greatest shit I've ever seen. You're being accused of being a wife beater, so you get your wife to be in your video, shuffle, dancing on the victory against Drake in a wife beater. That is fucking insane. It's probably the biggest W I've ever seen out of anything.
It's just, yeah, I mean, it's more important. It's the most important W.
And there was like, there was a few bars. I wish I had fucking really studied it, but there was Drake and some other random videos with like a little kid, and he's doing like something like this, and then there's a part in Kendrick's video that Kendrick starts doing this, and it was I think it was like sort of maybe it's something about like during the pedophile bar, like the A minor bar. He was like, I think going like this, and it was just like, bro, there was so many just genius moments in the
I remember in
video.
the pop out, I was like, okay, this is a victory lap for Kendrick. Like, he's just going to perform, and it is what it is. But, dude, when he started Euphoria, because he started the whole thing with Euphoria, I was looking at his face. Like he was performing, and the performance was really good. The whole night was really good. Like, Tyler, the Creator, was awesome. DJ Mustard was crazy. YG was sick. I watched the whole thing. And then he comes on, and I'm like, dude, what is he? I thought he was going to start with Like That, because like that's what started it all. But he's sitting down doing the Euphoria beginning, and I'm looking at him. I'm just looking at his face, and I'm like, oh my God, like this dude still hates him. Like beating him wasn't enough. Like beating him wasn't enough. Going number one wasn't enough. Going the pop out wasn't enough. Like he hates him. It is crazy. It is. And then when obviously he does Not Like Us 6 times, I'm looking at his
that part.
I'm looking at his face, and I'm just like, so he performed it.
He does the whole show.
So
and then
first of all, Dr.
end,
Dre comes out.
Uh-huh.
They do one of Dre's songs. I forgot which one.
People are so pissed right now. Like, oh my,
Again.
it's been 2 months.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We'll get to other shit.
Yeah,
This will be a stress.
And then and Dr. Dre comes out, introduces it. They do a song, and then he does the I See Dead People, and then and then Kendrick raps until he gets to the A minor bar, and he cuts the beat and lets the crowd sing it. And then he sits there, and then you hear Psst, I see dead people. And then he does it again to the A minor bar, and then stops it again, and people sing even louder for the A minor part. Then he does a full song. And then he does a full song by himself. Then he invites people on stage. Then does the full song with everybody on stage. Dude, it was crazy.
I didn't see the 5-time repeat. Was it? Because you would almost think like it would kind of be risky. It's like by the last one, is it gonna be weird like doing it that many times? Was it not weird at all, and it just kept getting better and better and better and better?
It was kind of like holy. That was another moment where I was like, holy shit! Like it is. It was definitely a choice for sure. I don't think it was that lame. I mean,
just
some people said it was lame, but
really?
but that's something that rap artists do. Like Travis Scott performs his songs multiple times because his intros are so good.
Yeah.
And then what did he say?
He said, "You don't know rap."
Bob.
On in my Titanical Tarantula. It's a blaminal taminal and a French and we have hacks chirping in our ear over there.
Let me get in my
Let's relock.
Let me get in my second G-Wagon. What am I going to listen to today? Maybe Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Anyway, and then like what was it? Have you seen that clip of Kanye and Jay-Z performing Fellas in Paris? Paris 12 times. They did it like
Really?
12. They did it like 12 times.
Of course.
I
I bet that was Kanye's idea.
Yeah, probably. So it's not something that doesn't happen often.
Oh, I didn't. I thought that was like a fucking first, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it happens. It happens every once in a while, but yeah. But then the video came out, and then I was just like, I think I'm more surprised of how much he like genuinely doesn't like him.
Yeah.
And the end of it, I think in the end of the music video.
Peace.
In the end of the music video, he's dressed in all white and waving to the camera, and he dropped it on Independence Day, which is when that like white party happens, and people were thinking there's a correlation there.
I mean, it was insane what he did. And for the record, Kendrick won.
What?
I don't know if I've made that clear. I think people still think I'm like, all right, Kendrick won. Drake lost. Maniac loses. You guys win. Happy
Yeah,
now?
Are you happy?
We can now, I think it's safe to say, unless Drake randomly comes out with some shit, which he hasn't. The only thing Drake has come out with is, have you heard this song?
Is this the Camila Cabello song?
Which I kind of like. This is my type of... This is, unless Drake comes out with some shit, which I don't think he is. The only thing that he's dropped since is this fucking poolside music, which I actually like. It's over. I mean, even if he hits over, and I'll admit it, Drake lost. I mean, I guess I can say you guys won, I lose.
They're jumping for joy.
We no longer have to talk about it. Congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to everyone in the comments that has hated on
how is Drake gonna
everything I have said. It doesn't matter. There's literally nothing you could do.
Yeah, that's over. Yeah.
And yeah. We'll never speak about it again.
Never speak about it again. The wedding in Italy was awesome.
Fucking insane.
It was awesome.
I said this in like a random Instagram story something that I can't believe basic old Seth, cat t-shirts, old shorts, dirty socks,
old Gymshark
Gymshark from our Gymshark sponsorship in 2017.
Yep,
still rocking that basic ass Seth, big timer scar, Ford Fusion while millionaire.
Yeah,
that basic ass Seth. And I say that so respectfully, had this amazingly beautiful, insane, unbelievable wedding. From the moment you get there, well, if we just want to talk about, we can talk about my experience and then we can talk about your experience.
Okay.
So, you guys went a little early. Me and Michelle came in.
I think.
Me and Michelle, we flew on the 2nd in the, what's it called? The pre-wedding shit, like the day before.
The cocktail hour?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Whatever, the pre-night wedding where everyone's just like hanging out. By the time our flight landed, it was like 3 p.m. that day. So we basically land and then it's like time to celebrate. I didn't sleep on the flight. I was pretty much up the night before. I was up like 36 hours by the time that night ended. But we land, a bunch of people were like poolside. So I was like, all right. Michelle was like, I have to take a nap. I was like, all right, I'm going to go like wander around. I think some people were at the pool. Get to the pool, people were there, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Time to get some drinks. And once that started, it was nonstop the entire trip until I got in the Uber in Dallas, Texas, in the DFW airport. Until I got in that Uber, I was drinking the entire time. So we get there. It's the day before the wedding. Super dope. Everyone's poolside, hanging out. Then go back to our rooms, change, and it was time for like the cocktail bar shit where everyone's sort of hanging out. Then like 30 minutes, just free drinks nonstop, bartender, live music, amazing.
You can prepare your own pizzas. They cook it on it on a brick oven right there.
You're watching. They're just cooking it, making the dough
There's
in front of you.
Hors d'oeuvres walking around. It's like prosciutto dipped in avocado cream.
Flowers everywhere. The scenery. You're on top of a mountain looking over the city of Florence. It's
over the literal whole city of Florence.
You're at the top.
Yeah.
Drinks nonstop. 30 minutes later, Seth and Iz come out, and everyone's like, yeah. And it was like, all right, this is it. This is when it begins. Basically just hung out that whole night, blah, blah, blah. I think that, then after that, everyone goes poolside. There was like a bar down there. Everyone started drinking down there. Then it's probably like midnight. And because we just got there, people are talking about like going to the club. And by people, I mean like Hilton.
Yeah,
Hilton and Bose. And then I was like, fuck. I was like, there's just like I've been up 36 hours. Like I should just go to sleep. And then Michelle's like, no, we just got here. Like, come on, let's explore. So we go to some club. We're out till 4 a.m., which the clubs are when you go to Bottle Blonde here in Dallas, it's like everyone kind of wants to be cool. No one's really dancing. It's more like dress up and like act like you have money. It's just not the same in Italy. It's like a younger crowd. Everyone's dancing. Everyone's fucked up. Like it's just completely different. It was definitely like more my vibe. Dope club. We're out till like 4 a.m. Randomly stop at some like food truck. It was fucking horrible. I was like, damn, food truck in Italy. This shit might be fire. It was so bad. And like it almost made me puke. It was weird. I don't know what was in it. We get back to the hotel probably at like 4 a.m. Go to sleep. I don't know, maybe get like 5 hours of sleep. So I slept. I was up probably like 36 hours. Then I slept 5 hours, and it was time to wake up. I think I might have went to the pool for a little bit again because some people were out there before the wedding. Then boom, it's time to get dressed for the wedding. Just more drinks nonstop. I woke up. We got a bottle before we even got to the room. So wake up, take like 2 shots, and just hit the pool. And then get more drinks and more drinks.
You go hard.
And then the wedding comes. We got to get dressed. I think Michelle was like just waking up or something. Because she needs 3 hours to get ready. And then we get to the wedding, and I was like, "What is this?" I thought the wedding was going to be at the hotel we were all staying at. And they were like, "No, the buses will be here at 5 to pick everyone up." So we all get in there. It's all of us: Nate, Hex, fucking Courage, Zinni. We all load in the buses, go to the wedding, and then when we pull up at the wedding, it's just like holy shit. I don't even know what you would describe it as. I wouldn't say like castle,
dude. It
was
like
just a church or something.
It was like an old church. It had like art on the ceilings and the walls.
It was like an old church vibe, but it was so like nicely done up, flowers everywhere,
dude. And the view,
people in tuxes left and right serving you drinks, dude playing a piano just in the middle of the sun. You're getting prosecco or whatever the drink is right when you arrive. And
dude,
it was very calm. They set the right when you got off that bus, it was like wedding tone vibe. Slow piano. Everyone's sort of walking slow and you hear everyone's footsteps. And it's like it was just immediately once you get off the bus, it was just wedding. It was time for the wedding. And shortly, probably 10, 15 minutes after getting there, everyone's like sitting down at the chairs. It kind of goes quiet. And then it starts. Seth, I think the first people to walk out was Seth with his mom.
Yeah.
And I think it was because I was hungover. I even feel emotional talking about it now. But because I was so hungover, and I'm just emotional when I'm hungover, right when I saw them coming and I saw Seth kind of crying. Well, not crying. Seth was crying.
Yeah.
And walking with his mom, I was like, holy shit. I just couldn't.
I was like, I kept looking over at Hex and he was doing this.
Really?
Yeah, and I know he was fighting it back.
I hate that shit when I'm like fighting it and it's like making it work. Like the people in front of me could just hear like a.
Oh, is Nick?
I look over at Matt Craig's like, he don't give a shit. He's just. But
Roger's back there with the sunglasses on.
They walk out, fucking. I'm already crying. Then more people walk out, blah blah blah. Then Iz walks out. I'm like tearing up again. Like once Seth sees Iz, and you can see Seth just like switch again to just. Dude, it's like
funny because all the women turn and look at Iz, and all the guys look at Seth.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's a funny little because I saw as soon as I saw Iz walk around the corner, and she had this like. Amazing. What is it? Veil? Like what is it? What is it called? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
And dude, I mean, obviously they're always long, but hers looked like a fucking wing. So like they looked.
She had that thing on.
Yeah, she had it on, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, and I looked because I was like, I bet you Seth is already crying.
Yeah.
And when I saw her, I looked immediately at Seth, and he was just like eyes bloodshot.
And then see that
when redheads cry. When redheads cry, all this gets red.
Yeah.
All this.
Well, it's just
red.
all it's just all red.
Yeah.
But I saw that, or Iz comes out, then I see Seth, and I start like crying a little bit again. And then, the whole wedding happens. How they had it. I mean, you guys, I'm sure we'll see in like pictures and stuff, but like we're once again on top of just a fucking mountain with nothing but like greenery.
Yeah.
And just like the most like perfect weather. And it was just so, Matt's playing a video. This kind of gives you a sense of what it was. I don't know if the videos and we'll see what the videographers and
when the videographers and photographers,
they had drones flying.
Dude. Yeah,
it was just insane.
They had limoncello spritzes with dry ice in them for the open bar.
Yeah,
people are walking around drinking potions.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
There's obviously they did it on July 4th, which was because Seth has always, ever since him and Iz has been together, they've thrown a July 4th party or July 4th get together at his house. So that was his idea to get married on July 4th, so that July 4th would continue to be a celebration. That's their thing. So obviously we're in Italy, but it's July 4th, so they had fireworks, and the fireworks were, dude, it was like. There was a grand finale.
Yeah. It was
there was a grand finale.
Before the so do the wedding, everyone hangs out, getting drinks. Then it was like, boom, time to go inside. Huge fucking 65-person table. Have a huge dinner. Then right after the dinner, everyone's like, all right, I don't think the bar was open yet. But it was like, boom, dinner. I can't remember if the bar opened or not, but then it was like, hey guys, they're going out to like cut the cake and shit. We want everyone to be peeping through the windows. So we're all just like lined up at the windows. Fucking fireworks start going off. It was, that's my big head right there.
Yeah, it's my big head.
That's us.
That's us right there. Flycast.
That was us peeping through the windows right there. Fireworks were insane, and like they're just down there cutting the cake in front of everyone. And boom, right after that, the bar opens up. Me and Symphony go get a shot. I'd probably get a double something, and then everyone starts hitting the dance floor. Fun night, more shots. But drank a lot once again, and it was a beautiful, fun time. I mean, God, do I just describe every single day? Wake up next day, and I think it was just like a chill pool day, and I'm still like sunburned by it. Was at the pool all day. Woke up so hungover, I just had to take my bottle of tequila, take like 3 shots, head to the pool, and then we started our day there. Hung out at the pool all day, and then Seth was there as well, hung out with him. And then the next morning, me and Michelle went to Milan. And by this time, I'm so, like, my skin hurts. Like, it needs to be one of those, like, I'm not leaving the hotel days.
But you're in Milan.
But I'm in Milan, and Michelle wants to leave the hotel. Which is just, how could she? She wants to go explore.
Dude, that's
she
so
wants
rude
to go
of her.
explore the city we just flew to.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Women.
So I sucked it up. I hit the bar. I got a double shot of tequila. I got a martini or espresso martini. I got a double something else. And eventually we just drank a little bit. Boom, went out, had dinner that night. Explored Milan a little bit. Next day, pretty much did the same shit. Woke up. Fuck. I was actually worried. I was like, this could lead to like kidney failure. And I know what people are gonna think. Like, I know that I'm gonna get judged for this, but I promise I don't drink. Like, the only times I've drank before this was like I randomly went on a boat a few weeks ago. Before
Dude, that was 3 days before you left.
So like 2 weeks ago. But before that, I don't think I drank since like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then before that, it was like New Year. So it was like my 5th time drinking in like 7 months or some shit. So it's like, I don't want people, like, I know this sounds very, very bad, but it's just, actually, in the comments, tell me if am I the only person, I can't, like, I don't want to hang out, I can't hang out, I'm like, I have so much anxiety the next day after drinking, it's like, the only way I'm doing social shit is if I start drinking again. Then once I start feeling good, the addiction side of me kicks in, I was like, all right, let me keep this buzz going. But yeah, that pretty much continued through Milan. First day in Milan, did that. The last day, I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is just not good, but let me tough it out, drink more. And then we like explored a little bit more, called it an early night, and then 4 a.m. we had a flight. That fucking sucked. Sitting in like the very last row, because we bought our tickets like 2 weeks before this flight. The dumbest thing I've ever done. And then had a 20+ travel day. We left at 4 a.m. Milan time, and by the time we got into our home, it was, I think, 1 a.m. Milan time. It was like a 20+ hour travel day. And yeah, fucking a super, super dope, expensive trip.
Guys, I don't know if you guys like Twitch streams, but Team Summertime, Team Summertime's up and started streaming again.
Fucking expensive trip. But to be fair, I'll never experience anything like that again. Like, I might go to some other country, but to be able to get there, it's pool day with all your friends. It's like
friends,
unlimited
dude.
Free drinks at the bar
Just
for most of the time.
Getting to hang out. Well, obviously Blake and Steph went, so that was that was just incredible. But getting to hang out with Jack, and then in that setting, Hector and his family, me, Matt, Raj, Paige, and all of our just getting to hang out with everybody was so much
And it's
fun.
one thing if you like go to these countries, you're in a rando hotel, but it's another when you're at these top of the mountain fortresses.
It's insane.
That you would just never usually ever stay at, and then to just experience the wedding and just how insane it was.
To go in. You guys never went to Rome, did you?
No,
because we went to Rome at the beginning, and dude, it can't even explain it.
Yeah,
it is so crazy. Like it's so beautiful, and like the everything's so tight.
Damn, I wonder what it'd be like living during that time
in Rome, like back in the day
when that shit was lit.
I mean, it's still lit, but
I mean, like
when they were building.
What did they do in that?
In
the fucking
Colosseum.
Like, did they fight and shit?
Oh, the Colosseum, yeah. So the Colosseum started with like people on people, like
that's insane.
And then there was like people versus animals. Dude, they would
that's
listen to this.
Nuts. That's so insane.
They used to be able. So the lady was telling us that the word arena originated from the word sand, because in Colosseums they would put down sand, a layer of like flooring, and then sand on top of it, so they would fight on sand. But you could go under the flooring and change the scenery. So they would have people under the floor that could alter, they could make sets inside of the Colosseum.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to fight in a desert scene, they would put up cactuses and like palm trees. And then if you wanted to set a scene for different like mountains, they would put in rocks. And then apparently they even attempted and succeeded to flood the Colosseum and have ship battles. They would float ships in the Colosseum, and people would watch it.
Are they fighting till death?
There were till death fights, and there were first blood fights. But a lot of first blood fights ended in death because you're swinging your sword as hard as possible.
That is insane that at one time in human history that was happening, and then you're just standing right there.
And it was free. No tickets didn't cost anything. It was all free. Dude, they
Are
built,
you imagining that when you're there?
I'm rock solid in the Colosseum. It was the coolest. Well, actually, I really liked the Vatican, but it's two completely different things. But I'm sitting there in the Colosseum like, dude, because the engineers back in the day, they built a canopy over the Colosseum. So the Colosseum is there, all these different seats, which is the blueprint for football stadiums to this day.
Yeah.
People still use it. Look, they built that canopy is ship sails. So they had engineers build like a dome basically out of like cloth to shade it because it gets really hot in Rome.
And they ain't have AC.
No, they still fucking don't. But but they would like adjust the canopies like it was ship sails, which I think is like, how were they able? They were doing this. Look at that structure built in.
Makes no sense to me.
Built in fucking what, 5 AD? Some shit like that.
What?
72? It was built in 72.
How many?
It took 5 years to build.
What's AD mean?
After death.
After Jesus' death?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
I was like, do I ask this dumb ass question? So how long ago is that?
What's 72 or what's 2?
Do we just subtract
2024
70?
minus
I'm
7?
A fucking idiot. So it was like 1950 years ago.
There you go. Yeah, somewhere around there.
I didn't know if something was after AD.
Dude, but
holy shit.
Looking at the Colosseum it is insane. I can't believe it's still like, if those pillars could talk, because it's also super interesting because everyone always thinks about the gladiators when they think about the Colosseum, but there were gladiator fights, which is people on people. There were, and then they stopped doing that like relatively early, like, I don't know, like 500 AD or something, or maybe even earlier than that, because it was considered like cruel.
Yeah.
And then, so they were just doing animal fights. So they're fighting lions. They're fighting bears.
No, that's true.
They're fighting, dude.
Like bears versus humans.
Bears versus humans. Lions versus humans.
Fucking insane.
Yeah,
no, that's chill. That's not really like
what is
that. That's not fucked up.
Bulls versus humans. And then so they started doing that, and then it completely goes. It completely shuts down. Like for like 1,500 years or 1,200 years, it shuts down, and it becomes I think like an amphitheater and a church, and then it becomes a barn. So inside of the Colosseum at one point, there's just sheep and cows, and like that Colosseum had been used for so many different things, and now it's still preserved somehow.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder like how many of these structures existed that are just completely torn to like shreds.
Right.
And dude, and that's something in the United States we just don't have. We can't even compute it. Like, if we find something, it's like, I don't. It's like,
our
Native
our
American
whole
shit. Yeah,
is tear it down and make money, tear it down and make money building something else.
Yeah,
literally everything. But you gotta like these type of countries. There's actually like culture.
Like, dude, so much.
I remember
and then we went to the Vatican. Let me talk about the Vatican. Okay. So we went to the Vatican the next day.
What's the Vatican?
All right. You guys are getting to a point in your careers where you guys are doing pretty good for yourselves. So naturally, it's time to start teaching you kids how to make some good financial decisions. It's simple. We're going to show you guys 2 images up here. You pick the one that's the better financial decision. Got it?
Got it.
First up, luxury supercar or fuel-friendly sedan?
Supercar. No supercar.
6 months of groceries or courtside seats?
It depends.
Is Luca playing?
Luxury turbo 12 jet hot tub, or create an emergency savings account?
20v1 in a hot tub would go kind of crazy, you know?
Now, a traditional low-yield savings account or Cash App's 4.5% interest savings account?
Cash App.
That's right. You can now get up to 4.5% interest on your Cash App's savings account. Only when you deposit $300 or more in paychecks a month. Download Cash App from the App Store or the Google Play Store now.
That's money.
Yeah, man. That's Cash App.
The Vatican is where the Pope lives. It's like the center of the Catholic Church. And there's like the Sistine Chapel. You know the painting with the two. Yeah. So I saw that in real life.
Damn.
So we originally had a tour for the Vatican, but we were late to it, so we couldn't go on the tour, which I'm actually so grateful, because then the four of us just bought tickets and walked through it, went to the Sistine Chapel, saw a bunch of the places. Dude, it is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The Sistine Chapel in and of itself is gorgeous.
Can you look when this was built?
Because who did the painting? It's fucking Michelangelo.
I don't know.
Michelangelo.
It's your turn to sound dumb. But
Michelangelo.
I think you're right.
I think I'm right.
Yeah.
He was the one that drew, like, that is, yeah, Michelangelo. And he painted it in 1508. 1508. That's older than Hex. It's just crazy sitting in there because, like, I grew up in the church.
325. Wait, when was it built?
326 AD to 1377.
God, man, how? Dude, I'm trying to hang a net in my like back patio and it falls down constantly. Like, what the fuck?
It's funny. Alexis, at one point, we're in the Colosseum and I'm listening to the lady because she's talking through a mic and we all have our earphones in. And she's like, we're walking up and we're looking at it. And she goes, the Colosseum was originally built or whatever, and it was able to house for events 50 to 60,000 people. And I'm listening and I'm like, oh my God. And Alexis didn't have her earphone in at the time. She's like, what? I said, it used to house 50 to 60,000 people. And I don't think she was like trying to, I think she was just like comprehending the number and not like the time. She was like, I mean, that's how much Wrigley holds.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. I was like, Alexis, you're talking about the Cubs. This is when Jesus was born.
Yeah.
How do they, there's no Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
There's no phone calling, emails. How do they get 60,000 people into a Coliseum? Like it.
How do you even get work? Like, is people just passing out?
None of it makes sense.
I wonder how much it costs to live there, like in the city.
Is it
$2,400 a month?
I don't know if is there such
Is
thing
there
as
cost,
rent? Is there
or did you
rent?
just trade fucking
Or
sheep?
are you just trying to survive? Are you just trying to live? Dude, it is insane. So we go to the Vatican. I grew up in the church, so you're not allowed to talk in the Sistine Chapel.
Mm-hmm.
They constantly tell you to be quiet.
Where's this at?
In Rome.
Oh, okay.
You're not allowed to take any photos or videos in there, so it's very quiet.
Damn.
Everyone's just chilling and looking at the ceiling, looking at the artwork, and then you turn and then there's just like a statue of Jesus. And for a second, I got like mad emotional. I was like, I can't believe I'm here.
Yeah.
Like I was not expecting to be like as moved as I was in the Sistine Chapel specifically, or in the Vatican. Dude, look, that is all art. You see the curtains at the bottom? Those aren't curtains. He painted those. Those are painted on. It's it's hard to like really express it, but it's so symmetrical. All the columns on the side, those are all painted. Like everything.
You just did everything.
Everything is like perfectly symmetrical. It is. I mean, it's unbelievable. So then we leave there. I'm like still kind of blown away by it. And we go to the Colosseum, we go to the Sistine Chapel, then we go to the wedding, and we leave. We go to Positano. Positano, I think, is the name of it. It's like the coast of Italy, where you see like all the houses on like the mountainside, and then there's like the coast, which was crazy, dude.
Yeah, I think I saw either you or Blake take like a picture of that.
I mean, this didn't make any sense, dude. To get around,
who's seeing that and being like, let's start building,
dude. To get around, it's just stairs everywhere. You're like, oh, you want to go to lunch? You're like, yeah. Oh, it's right over there, and you go down 9 flights of stairs to get to lunch. It's
all right. Let's leave lunch.
Let's
up 10.
Alexis
was that
says,
annoying?
Oh, yeah, Alexis is type 1 diabetic, so we're having to fucking give her sugar all the time because her sugar's dropping.
Yeah.
But she was a trooper. So then we leave this. I mean, this was, if I ever check out, if I'm ever like, either things are going really, really well and I need time, or things are going really, really bad, and you're like, where's Hitch? Check this place.
No, just start vlogging.
Check past it. Just start vlogging. Because this was literally like a, dude, there's the ports. I've never seen an open port before. All the ships are just parked out in like that. Those aren't moving ships. They're just parked. So there was no walkway to get there. They boated you to your ship and you boat back to land. So all the ships at night are just parked out there,
so
and their lights are on. Dude,
Did you stay here?
Yeah, we stayed in an Airbnb.
What?
We stayed in an Airbnb on the mountain. Yeah. Just literally
Airbnb on the fucking side of the mountain.
On the side of the mountain, dude. It was we would wake up in the morning, have like a cup of coffee, and just
look out there.
Dude, the way I know I sound like I'm over exaggerating, but the shimmer of the light, the shimmer of the sun hitting the ocean or hitting the water in the morning was like blinding. It was gorgeous.
If you were to go back, where would you choose?
Pass
right here.
Oh, for 100. I mean, seeing Rome was awesome.
That looks like
seeing Rome was awesome. Seeing Florence was really cool. Naples was ass. But this place was like shockingly, like it wasn't like it was. I just couldn't like compute
it's
it.
just insane that you would like,
dude.
Like whenever the fuck this was built, someone looked at this area and was like, yeah, let's just start.
Dude,
let's just build here.
And then on the drive back, so we stay here for 2 days. We drive back to Naples because we're flying out of Naples. On the drive back, we stop in Pompei. Did you know Pompei was in Italy?
I don't know what Pompei is.
You don't?
I mean, I've heard the name. I just don't know.
Pompei is the city that was the volcano erupted and it covered the city in ash and buried it.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of that story?
No.
So like those are like people. Those are people
God.
in Pompeii that were like covered in ash and like preserved because.
And then you're just walking around and seeing that?
Yeah. Dude.
Wait, no, really?
Yes.
What?
Dude, I didn't even know.
That's psychotic.
Bro,
that shit gotta be fake. Those can't be real people.
Dude, you can see their skulls. If you go
they
around
just
the
let
back,
you fucking walk around volcanic fucking skulls.
Well, I mean, it's all like it's all like preserved. It's all like in contain or like in like displays and stuff.
But it's like that person was real.
Yeah, dude. They're in like volcanic ash, so they're preserved. But they've been like, but the skulls of them. Like they get rid of the ash so that you can see the bones of the people. Like they're preserved people.
Fuck,
dude, I'm sitting. It is crazy. I thought that Pompeii, my whole life, and first of all, we haven't been in social studies in fucking a decade and a half now. So forgive me for my ignorance, but I always just thought the Pompeii was like a small little town, like a small little village, like maybe a church and a couple houses, a market, and it got covered in ash. Dog, it is like the size of Disney World. They give you a map when you walk in. We had 2 hours. That's Pompei.
God.
That
right there, or what about the stuff behind it as well?
No, behind it is Naples.
Okay.
Dude, I couldn't even compute it. There are churches, there are hundreds of houses. There's like the main city square where everything was, and there's like statues. And the craziest part of all of this is walking through. Everywhere you walk, you can see the volcano in the distance.
Really?
And the volcano's like
the volcano.
Dude, the volcano's like 30 miles away. Look,
God.
dude.
And you're just like, damn.
And you're just like, that
Like, what if that just pops off at any minute?
That did all of this. Dude, it was like unbelievable. It was such a crazy experience.
Dude,
I
there's
think
so much insane history.
we really packed. Shout out Steph, Blake's wife. She loves like making trips and like really doing like she was packing our itinerary.
Day to day. We wake up here. And
Yeah,
we
it's
wake up, take the train.
Colosseum train.
Gotta
Vatican.
get here by 2.
Exactly.
Get the tickets over here.
But I mean, seeing Pompei in real life, it was nothing that I ever would have wanted to do. But thank God I did it.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I thought that Pompei was in like South America. I didn't even know it was in Italy. Then that's just,
Bro,
American public school system and me being dumb.
I remember in Maryland, there was a section there where like the Antietam battlefield was with like during the Civil War, like people fought here. And it was like cool to stand there and be like, damn, motherfuckers were like really fighting like right where I'm standing. And it's like, that's just some random shit in
Some
fucking
field in Maryland.
Yeah. But to like, even as a kid, I was like, damn, that's kind of cool. It's like you sit there and you like just imagine it.
Dude.
But then to be in like a situation like that, I bet you're standing there being like, looking at the volcano, like just imagining the fucking ash.
I'm walking around the
fire.
I'm walking around the Vatican,
and you're in the village.
I'm walking around the Vatican, and in one display case, it says, "This is Peter's robes." Peter was like one of Jesus's best friends. Peter, he has clothes there. Like, dude, I couldn't even.
I wonder how real that is.
Who knows how real it is? But like
Jesus's homie's fucking shirt
is there, and I'm just like,
I can't believe it hasn't been like robbed or some shit.
I'm walking around like I don't know, like, dude. Even there are side rooms in the Vatican with like, I hate to say this, but like the leftover statues, the ones that aren't super famous.
Yeah,
they were built in 1704, and they're in like a side room in the Vatican.
Yeah.
And it's just huge marble statues of like David and like just all these like historical biblical.
I'm sitting here saying like, yeah, I was so hungover, and then I just like walked around Milan.
I'm just like, dude, I went to Pompei. But it was, I mean, dude, if Steph didn't come through, we probably would have been right there with you. Like, but it was.
Yeah, neither of us. I wouldn't even know where to begin,
dude. I think. Jack told me that he just booked a travel agent and they did everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is, I mean, he's got Jack money, so it's maybe a little different.
Yeah, here's 10 grand. You just tell us where to go. That's 1/15 of my YouTube vid. We just fucking showed up to Milan, and Michelle was like, I think I want to go here. And it was like
the huge church in Milan.
That, and like we went up some. It was almost like some 10-floor shopping center.
Yeah.
And we got some food and stuff, but we didn't do any. This is fucking insane.
Yeah.
I want to go to that. What was the side of the mountain city?
Pasitano or like the Amalfi Coast. Yeah.
This is where I want to go.
Dude, go there, man. Like
I would go back.
I would go if I go back.
It seems like there's so much to explore now. It's like, damn, what else is there to go fucking look at?
If I go back to Italy, unless it's for Juventus, because I love like the city of Turin was awesome. But I want to go. I want to see AC Milan and Inter Milan play in Milan. And besides that, I will go back here.
You know what's crazy
Positano.
is right when we left Milan, I think it was like we got home, and then I looked on Twitter and it was like speed in Milan. IShowSpeed in Milan, and everyone's just like, Speed's just walking down there. And I was like, bro, if I was in Milan and just randomly see IShowSpeed just fucking barking at people while walking down like the
Dude, okay,
I missed him by one day.
Last thing. Then Alexis and I have a huge flight back. Crazy long story. We saved a lot of money and we were still able to get first class. Our first class ticket was cheaper than if we went economy. It was really weird, but it was like a 30-hour travel day. But we got to stop in Dublin, and she's like part Polish, part Irish.
Yeah, red hair.
Redhead. Yeah.
I'm there somewhere. I was told my grandfather, great something was like an Irish lord. I was like, how true that is, I don't know, but I'll tell people that.
I'm a descendant of a lord. So we go to Dublin, and that was a lot of fun too, man. We went to it's a very touristy spot, but I think it's called the something bar, the Temple Bar. It's like a whole street. It's like a whole neighborhood. It's where Guinness was made. It's like where Guinness was created. So we both got a pint of Guinness or whatever.
Oh,
and it's just, and
what you gotta do.
It's live music 24/7. There's always live music. And people are just having a lot of fun.
It's like a 24/7.
Yeah, it's
nightlife doesn't really end.
Yeah, nonstop.
Damn.
People are just people are just singing and dancing and doing this shit. And it was seeing Dublin was beautiful in comparison, but we had just come from Naples, and holy shit, I'm so sorry if you live in Naples, but
Really?
oh,
Well, I mean, besides that, you had a fucking. It's cool to see. This inspired me because usually I'm like, my personality, I don't give a fuck.
yeah.
But then it was actually kind of going places and seeing other shit. I was like, this is.
Dude, I wish you
so
had gone
dope.
to Turin for that trip,
Yeah,
because you were supposed to go to Turin and you ended up not going.
we gotta address this.
Which one?
Are the most favorite person on planet Earth right now?
Okay, that one.
What's up, brother?
Dude.
He's come out.
No, he hasn't come out. I guess he's kind of come out.
He's
First of all, fuck that journalist. Did you watch the video?
no.
So it came out because a guy, a fucking self-proclaimed journalist, was like, I've been sitting on a story forever and it must come out. If you have the story, you must bring it out to whatever, the people.
Is this him talking or is
Yeah.
this him tweeting?
It's him talking in a YouTube video.
Wait, and he sounds like that?
Yeah. And
And it just pissed you off?
Dude, it was fucking horrible. I watched Ludwig's video on it, and he does like a
Damn, I ain't need
let's
all
go,
that.
Matt. I watched Ludwig's video on it. He does like a news update video about a bunch of stuff on the internet. And he had good points. There was just there was no integrity. It wasn't like this is a story, it must come out. It was he found out about it and threw some fucking blech up and uploaded it just to and then somebody in the comments
Yeah, I don't need much.
somebody in the comments said yo, this guy just ruined Sketch's career in one video. And then he liked that video, liked that comment and penned it, and then replied to
What
it.
a fucking
What a
weirdo.
what a dweeb, right?
What a that's
What a
like
fucking dweeb.
It's like something's wrong with you.
Yeah, if
you do that.
your whole goal in journalism is to
I'm
get
gonna-
out and ruin somebody,
I'm the guy who makes stories that can make
That
or
is-
break you. Don't fuck with
that is
me.
not
You
that is
aren't
not journalism.
that guy. Congrats, you made him bigger.
Yeah,
Sketch. What are my thoughts on it?
dude, you
I
couldn't
don't
even
give a shit.
I don't give a
but
shit either.
First off, when it came out, I didn't believe it. I was like, oh, there's some like.
I believed it immediately.
Really? I was
The
like,
first,
I did not. No, that shit's too
second,
crazy.
the second I saw the picture of him, there's one where he's like this. I was like, that's fucking sketch.
I saw it and I was like, okay, he does look like sketch. But then they're like, he's like wearing these like he's like dressing up as cosplay or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like cosplaying while doing it. And I was just like, there's just no way. And I forget, I tweeted something out what did I tweet out? What was it?
Like some funny shit.
What I tweeted about.
I was like, let me get
I was like,
links to his old shit?
Can someone link to Sketch's old vids? I'm trying to see, I'm trying to see something or something like that. Then I ended up deleting it, but I only deleted it because it only got like, people might have seen that and be like, why did he delete that? Like, did he feel like fucked up? It was like, no, it just wasn't getting many likes. And it was like 6 hours, like 100. I was like, all right, this shit ain't popping.
It's not worth
But even then, while tweeting, I was like, this shit, it can't be him. Like, I was just like tweeting it, kind of like trolling around. Then I find out it's fucking him. And I was like, what the fuck? I was mind blown. First, I was like, okay, he did like gay OnlyFans stuff, whatever.
No,
but then I heard
he was all out.
But then I heard it was like
he was doing
literally porn.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of unbelievable.
It's something that like maybe it's just because of like I've never been like exposed to it before. But like I can't believe like that. I mean, I guess that happens. Like I heard in high school. In high school, like I watched like a video or like a documentary on like this like straight guys that do gay porn, and like they make, I think, like 5 times more money than straight guys that do straight porn. And I was just like, dude, that's not like, come on. Maybe like 1 or 2 people. And I'm not saying Sketch is straight, but I'm just like, I can't believe like you like it that people could have that much, especially since he's so young. What is he, like 25? And he had all this shit.
Younger than that.
Really?
I thought he was like 22, and then he did that when he was like.
Oh my!
I mean,
God,
I don't
dude.
know how old is Sketch?
Yeah, he's 25.
Oh,
25.
okay.
Yeah, but still, like it's just like, dude, there's so much. You just never know. I think what I'm trying to say is you just never know. You never know what someone has done.
Yeah. And he's been on some podcasts and he's been like, yeah, 2 years ago, I like found God and, he kind of saved my life. And bro, I didn't know
dude.
The burden he must just holding that.
Dude, I was thinking about it. Like, think about like, I've had some pretty crazy anxiety. You obviously have had a lot more anxiety than I have. But could you imagine going on a day-to-day basis?
Just thinking,
where you're like,
shit could fucking
is this
leave.
the day? Is today the day? And the guy who found out about it, was watching Instagram like reels of Sketch and saw a comment that said, if y'all really want to know who Sketch is, go Google Jamie or whatever. And that guy, the journalist, saw that video and did his own research based off of that comment and found everything. And imagine being Sketch.
I can't believe it didn't come out sooner.
Imagine being Sketch and you're going viral and you look at the comments on one video and you see it. You're like, there it is. It's only a matter of time now.
Yeah.
It's a ticking time.
Especially the more viral you're going, you're like,
dude,
they have to find out. Especially for how crazy. Ain't like it's like some little thing.
Oh no, he wasn't showing his butt. Like he
wasn't just making like
going
cute butt pics and
no, it was full like it was I think as embarrassing without being illegal as you can get. That's what his reality was.
Yeah.
He was living in a day-to-day, which I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
Cuz
bro, I bet
on a day-to-day basis, he was like, any day now, it's gonna come out, and that's what he said in his video where he like talked about it. He was like, the 2 options for me were live under the delusion that it was never gonna come out, or give up. And oh man, hurt the heart to hear that. It did hurt the heart, but thank God he found a way out of it.
I mean, I think he's probably, I bet the weight off his shoulders
dude.
right now. Like it's actually 100% a good thing it came out.
Oh yeah.
Like he's like, now everyone knows it doesn't matter. Like he has nothing to worry about
dude.
anymore besides just living his life, which is at this point a fucking amazing life.
Yeah,
where
and
just
shout out-
everyone loves you.
Shout out to his boys. I think I saw like clips of Jinxie and Queso, and Queso. I think Queso had the best discussion about it because those are his like boys, like his internet boys, but they're his boys.
Mm-hmm.
And Queso was like, dude, people kept talking about what did Sketch do, and I thought he fucking killed somebody. I thought the way that everyone was talking about that he killed somebody. And then I go on Twitter and find out what it was, and I'm like, why the fuck do y'all care?
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think it's like a shock that because he's not a flamboyant guy.
Yeah.
And the stereotype is if you're not flamboyant, you can't be gay. It's hard. You don't meet a lot of fucking butch dudes that are gay.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you know what I mean? That and your gaydar wasn't going off with him, and then all this shit comes out and it's just shocking.
Well,
but it's not cancelable.
Well, even him, he was like apologizing for it.
What are you apologizing for?
And I think he's not for being gay I don't think he's apologizing for being gay or doing gay acts. But I think just the general public might be let down that their favorite person used to like, I'm not saying this is how I feel, but the general public looks at someone who sells sex, just look at how they talk about OnlyFans girls.
Yeah.
Same with OnlyFans guys. They look at people who sell sex as lesser than. And it's almost, I think he felt he let down some people because that's how not saying this is how I feel. The general public would look at him like, damn, Sketch, you used to like sell sex, like you were like you were selling yourself, like damn, that's disappointing. And I think that's more so what he's apologizing
right,
for. I don't think it's all gay shit because like no one gives a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I still in his response was just as good and as sketch as you can get. Comes on. God, let's get the elephant out of the room.
I got a haircut.
Yes, I got a new haircut.
And thank God, like he didn't, because there's a big debate of how much of a character Sketch is. He's talked about it on because he's done long form content. He's done a bunch of podcasts and stuff, and even on the podcast with I forget, it was one of the Happy Dad guys. I can't remember, but they were like, "Is this a character? Have you been diagnosed for anything?" And he's like, "No, like I play it up, but like I'm actually this anxious all the time. I'm actually this nervous all the time, and it gives me tics. But like people found humor in that, so I, play it up. And thank God he didn't completely get rid of the Sketch character, and like he just comes on and is like, hey, like crying.
I mean,
like,
it's all you know anymore.
Yeah, like thank God he didn't do that, because like,
thank God he didn't just run away from it and like disappear for a little bit.
Yeah,
thank God it was like the next day, or like I don't know if it was like that night 100%. Or something. It was just like boom, start up a stream, talk about it,
and obviously shout out Banks, because as soon as anyone goes through anything, even if they fucked up, if there's somebody that I like admire, or like even worse, if they're a friend of mine, I always want to reach out, but it's never my place, especially if they fucked up.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like super, super close with them. But I was just like, I remember thinking as soon as it came out, I was like, God, I hope somebody's there for Sketch. Yeah. And I was like, I hope it's, obviously his family and his boys, but I hope it's like somebody in our community too, to help him know that somebody in our community, like the streaming community, has got his back, whether that's Jinxie or Queso, and then it turned out to be Banks.
And I gotta admit, some of them, their first things that they did was tweet about it.
Oh, the other
some of the
phase-
people
other
he's
phase
been
guys?
hanging out with, even though I'm sure he doesn't know, they don't know each other like that.
Yeah, no.
But some of the people he's been hanging out with, their first response to this was tweet something, get interactions. And then Banks was like, delete that shit, you fucking idiot.
Yeah,
And then it was like, this is the time we need to be there for our boy,
dude.
regardless of how, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long they've known each other, but like, regardless of how long they've known each other, Sketch has been at their house. They're obviously boys. Banks was like, delete that shit. That shit's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
This is our real life boy going through a real life fucking insane, crazy situation that is, I'm sure was, I can't even imagine the feeling he was going through. And it's like, oh, we just have to be there for him. And it was cool to see that, like, he went to the airport. Banks was like, come here.
Dude, if he had gotten on a plane, man,
Yeah.
like, you never know.
Banks was like, turn the fuck around. Come here right now.
Yeah.
Your star boy, like, we don't give a fuck. And then now it's the entire community. And I think us included, like, we don't give a fuck.
No,
No
we
one
don't.
gives a fuck, man.
And-
do whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Is it, I mean, this is we can cut this if you want, but is it, if the doc shit hadn't happened a week before, like, do you think that helped how the internet kind of perceived this? Because nothing like this, at least in our community or in the streaming sphere, it doesn't seem like anything like this has ever happened before.
Yeah.
Somebody that has that got outed against his will, no one knew was gay, comes out and he is at
Are you
least
saying, did the doc, like, lessen the harshness?
yeah, because what Doc did was so, like, what am I trying to say? The way that the internet responded to the Doc shit was obviously appropriate because what he did was very wrong.
Mm.
And everyone is in agreement of that, even his closest friends.
Yeah.
And then this comes out and it's not illegal. It's not wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. And so they happen so close together and they're such huge personalities that it's inevitable that it was going to be compared to each other.
Yeah.
And
people
one
were comparing
and
it to-
one is so much less severe than the other
Yeah.
that it kind of, I think, helped people at least be a little bit more compassionate towards Sketch.
Yeah.
I think, which is the weirdest upside to this all
Yeah.
is that if you want to find it an
Some
upside
people
to
are
it,
trying to say, like, because there are people that were, I guess, bashing Sketch.
I think at the beginning,
but-
dude, I haven't seen,
But then
I've seen
I haven't
weird-
seen it either. But then I see comments. People are more mad at him
I haven't-
being, and it's just. I
agreed.
think it's the
people just say
the
that
people. Yeah, people are literally just saying that.
because no, it's
People are
not
bashing
true.
Sketch more for being gay than Doc doing this, and I
It's
was
not
like,
true. It's just not true.
I was like, Doc got fucking annihilated. I was like, maybe a few people said something about Sketch, but they say even fucking close.
No,
Doc
no.
got fucking
There's like an outpouring.
annihilated.
There's been like an
Sketch
outpouring
got
of
some
love.
shit talk. Maybe people that don't approve of him, like fucking Sneeko, saying whatever.
Oh no, Sneeko.
Yeah, maybe a few, but like people were really trying to like compare this, and people being like, I can't believe, of course, people are more outraged by someone being gay than someone talking than what Doc did. And it was just like, bro, that is not fucking true at all.
Yeah. It's
People were understanding, and I think it's an overwhelming majority of people are just
Dude,
standing by Sketch, and as good as he's just, you can just tell he's a good fucking person.
yeah. I
You're like, bro, we ain't letting this bring you down. Like, you're too.
especially since like what the genuine response that he has had from his fame, like you can see there's videos of him like interacting with fans, and it's always like wholesome. It doesn't seem to have an ego. He talks about how like he got basically like turned his life to God 2 years ago, and you know, which is not a lot of people get an overnight amount of fame and start talking about religion. Like that doesn't happen because it's kind of like a polarizing thing. So like, it just seems, it seems like he's a genuine guy. And I'm so, you know, grateful that Banks was there and that somebody was
behind
there.
him. This shit's a fucking.
Oh, I can't, dude. I can't. He probably sleeps so much. I mean, it's probably very embarrassing, obviously very, very embarrassing, but he probably sleeps so much better now. Like that weight on his shoulders was probably heavy.
Yeah.
Very heavy.
Well, shout out Sketch, man. Hope you're doing well. I think you are doing well, man. You've been going up and you're going to continue to go up.
Yeah,
to go up.
For sure.
We'll save James's questions for next week.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I know he's going to be hurt by this.
He's going to be hurt. He's in a bra. He's in a bra and panties.
We had a little like different sort of segment in case sometimes we just don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about. Today we had a lot to talk about. But we had like a little fun little segment thing we were going to do, but we'll save it for next week. That's going to do it for today's Flycast. Matt Craig, play the outro music.